any police in the courtroom?
I know they're at the gate.
Then there's a bunch of them up there as
They're
well.
all up there.
Ian up there.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not a lot of
Yeah,
fun for
Simon
me
is
if
there.
y'all are up there and can't, you know, do your duties down here.
Yeah, the cops are edging up there. They're edging. Look at them.
Yo.
They're gooning.
You put your dick back in your pants.
He's on a
Why does he get to walk in with his like dome?
one strike.
Yep.
Better than the ground, huh?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is racist. This is racist.
What a
bro.
bitch, nigga. That's
Okay.
why.
Can you hear me?
Yo, this nigga has a boot.
All right.
Fat Joe.
Let's
Fine,
get
follow
this
us.
started.
Good, my nigga.
Obese Joseph.
So, man.
All right, I'm gonna
Obese
need
Joe, what
y'all
up? What up?
to
Yo,
settle.
Bam at the back. Huh?
Additionally,
Speak
as
up.
this is a public courtroom, any sort of masks need to be removed.
Hey, yo, we need a masculine fucking judge. We can't hear this bitch. I ain't gonna lie, I can't
So
hear
if
it
you have
neither.
a mask, then
Yeah,
take
if you
it
have
off.
a mask, take it off. Like TSA. Take
This is
that
my
shit
face.
Okay, one of you did it.
Yo, she needs a megaphone.
But yeah,
Yo,
this is
George,
right.
are you
Take your
shouting?
pants off.
I am shouting. Yes.
I got a medical condition. I
Oh,
can't
shit.
take my mask off.
Boom.
Alright.
Sorry.
You're gonna have to bring a
If he take his mask
documentation
off, he
from
look like
a
Deadpool.
doctor
Bro,
next
you're
time.
punching me.
I did it. Do I go good?
Whoever is saying that, get him out.
Come on, take it off.
Hey, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me screaming. She's talking about someone else.
I know, but
Yeah, I'm talking about the individual that was screaming.
Yeah, see, Simon? Listen to your daddy,
Okay.
good boy.
Hey, dude,
Good
my
cop.
shirt.
Good pig. Give him a fucking treat.
Yeah, no, get rid of him.
Well, GG, you're
Yo,
out.
can you get rid of that guy? That Julian guy.
This motherfucker gets kicked out of
Excellent.
everything.
Prosecution. Can you go ahead and
Yes.
state your name for the record?
Who, me?
Aaron
I apologize,
Rogers.
I'll be quiet.
Okay. And defense. Can you go ahead and state for the record the counsel and then as well your defendant?
Sure. Good evening, Your Honor. Counsel is going to be Donnie Diamonds. I am Bobby Law, and my two defendants are Craig J. and Ava J.
Yeah, you cut Craig.
And then just have these two from the right side to me.
Okay. And then we do have we have charges, correct? Prosecution, can you go ahead and let me know what
leave
those
me
charges are?
alone.
Yes.
Bro, NC,
So
just
give me
get
just a
out.
moment.
Get that
Moment.
dirty playboy out of her.
That Playboy guy's annoying as fuck.
Give me just a moment. I have to grab them.
While she's doing that, if you are in the gallery, until they install the TV that they told me was going to happen, and also the microphone, and also the garage. Until then, the way that you will be able to participate, and by participate I mean silently participate, will be in the DOJ. That is a snap. Okay. Anyway, is
Yo, bro, how'd
in
you
the
get that? How'd you get that?
DOJ emails. Okay.
Give it to me.
It'll be under courtroom. You'll see previous cases in there. I'm going to put in the evidence as it is admitted. So in this situation, right, with when they say, for example, People's A, and refer to that, you can go ahead and open up your tablet, go to that website. It's public record, and you can take a look at that evidence. Okay. Miss Rogers, are you ready?
Yes. So,
Okay.
Craig J is currently being tried for attempted murder of a government official ×2, hostage taking ×1, armed bank robbery ×1, and criminal possession of a weapon class 1.
Hell no.
Ava J is being tried for armed bank robbery, hostage taking, and criminal possession of a weapon class 1.
Okay. Because I'm old, go ahead and say that slowly so I can type it up. Go ahead and do Craig first.
Yes, so sorry. So it's going to be 2 counts of attempted murder of a government official, 1 count of hostage taking, 1 count of armed bank robbery, and 1 count of criminal possession of a weapon class 1. All right, and then for Ava, it's going to be 1 count of armed bank robbery,
I would never.
1 count of hostage taking, and 1 count of criminal possession of a weapon class 1.
I'm a pacifist.
Objection.
I believe I missed the armed part of Craig J. Is that correct? Armed bank robbery?
Yes, armed bank
Okay.
robbery.
And go ahead and both sides, if you can take a look. Once I admit,
What do you mean? It's a shoe. I can't throw it.
once I admit things in the courtroom, make sure that you're
It's a
checking my
shoe.
work, please. I will go ahead and
wait.
fix the armed. One moment.
Yeah,
Why?
everything
It's a
but the
shoe.
armed bank robbery looks good.
Me personally, I would not let someone disrespect me like that.
Okay.
She doesn't have fucking attempted murder, bro.
All
What?
right.
I'll give it to you.
So, that's gonna be Craig J. For the record, Mr. J, are you in the courtroom?
Yeah. 10-4.
There's some guy saying 10-4, but
Yeah, that's me here.
Was
oh,
it true?
okay, that was you.
Yeah.
Okay, sounded like a are you a cop, sir?
No.
10-4, or okay. And then Ms. J, Ava J, can you go ahead? Are you in the courtroom?
I am indeed.
Okay, and you decided to show up to courtroom dressed like a cat.
I am a cat.
She was the best dressed now.
Your
I'm
Honor,
sorry,
my
you
my
are a
my,
cat?
my
Actually,
client
I'm
identifies
identified
as a
as a
cat.
I'm quite offended that you just said that.
Where's our letterbox at?
You guys want to have a seat?
Yeah. Thank you.
Her pronouns are me. Ow.
Okay, and to be clear, Mr. J still is a human?
I think so.
Yes, I am. Yes, I think.
Sometimes.
Okay, so Mr. J, am I to be believed that you are a human male that has married a feline female?
I'm just a bit of a fairy, miss. Sorry.
Sounds like animal abuse to me.
Huh?
Hey, speak your truth, brother.
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Any holes a go, my brother.
Oh,
All right, we're not going to have any outbursts in the courtroom, please. No matter what I'm hearing from the defendant is a cat. Okay, this might affect things. Okay. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Let the record state that Ms. J does consider herself a cat.
Go ahead tomorrow.
And again, this is the feline kind, right? This isn't some sort of slang that you young people are using.
No, I'm a furry.
I can hear tomorrow.
Wait. Okay, so you're a furry, you're not a cat.
Yeah, but I identify as a cat.
Oh my god, please.
Right, but this is
Oh
like
my God.
this is like a persona, like legally you are a human being, but you believe that you are a cat.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, perfect then. That's a little better. Furries are allowed into law. Cats, unfortunately, don't have much.
Wait, I'm a cat.
No.
Furries are allowed into law.
Okay, we're gonna move on for that for now. Okay, wow, that is interesting. Okay, Ms. Rogers, go ahead
Yes.
and make your opening statement for me if you have one. Otherwise, you can waive it.
all right. So, can I address both you and everyone else?
I mean, they will have nothing to do with it, but sure, why not? I'm sure they
So-
want some attention.
Yeah, so we're all here because 2 individuals are currently being tried for horrible crimes, some of which include kidnapping a mayoral candidate, participating in an armed robbery, and attempting to murder 2 government officials. And I think that we can all agree that is a horrible, horrible thing to do if they are in fact guilty of doing those things.
You knock.
So, with that said, I believe we should all take this as seriously as possible. And, yeah.
We do need a police officer at the door still to let people in and out. Okay. Thank you, prosecution. Defense, feel free to have your opening statement.
How you doing again, Your Honor? So today we're here. Things were done on the date in question, but I believe with this lies a deeper issue in the way the police department conducts their investigations and treats the public.
Okay. Is that your opening statement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, let's get this cooking then. So, because we have two separate defendants that do have two separate crimes, Ms. Rogers, it is on the burden of proof for you to provide evidence in which each of these individuals did each of the charges and each of the crimes that you are seeking.
Yes.
So, let's get started. You can begin your case if you need to admit evidence to help your case. This is when you do so. And if you could do me a favor, and for example, if it's People's A or what have you, if you have any timestamps, you can go ahead and submit them so that I might post them. That would be great for me.
Absolutely. I think I want to immediately just go ahead and do People's A, which is going to be
Okay.
my police report.
Okay, so this is People's A is going to be the police report written by, is that you? You are the arresting officer?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Defense, have you taken a look at it? Do you have any objections?
Your Honor, I have no objections into People's A.
We're in court. We're in court.
Okay. For my, hold on. This is where, again, it takes a little bit of extra time. One moment.
Yeah.
And for streamlining's sake, because the mugshot and fingerprints are both related to the police report, I'm gonna go ahead and allow those as well into the same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
There is no smoking allowed in this.
Jamar, why have you got grey hair?
Like a bitch. I need an umbrella now.
It is so admitted. Go ahead.
All right. So I want to start off by saying that obviously the defense had no objections to the police report, meaning that most everything in that report, if not everything, has been agreed upon to be truthful. Secondly, I want to point out that the mugshots that have been admitted, as you will see later in more evidence that I will, what's the word, put into the open air. You will see, submit, yes, you will see later the evidence I submit. The people in those mugshots, as well as the names of those in the court today, do match up with the people involved in the body cam submitted that you will see committing the crimes shown.
Exactly. There's nothing in my hand.
Okay. It is so noted. Frankly, Ms. Rogers, I am shocked that the defense did not object to
Peter, you know you
the
let that guy
truthful
back in?
comment. But
What radio is everybody on? Oh, wait,
Peter, you know
screw
that
it,
guy
as they
right
say
there?
in law. Go ahead. Let's continue.
All right. I would then like to submit for evidence.
I'm not gonna whisper, but this guy behind me's been kicked out.
Let me check my notes here. Right. I would like to submit the People's C, which is going to be the evidence gathered that shows the connections between blood that was found on the crime scene that matches both Ava and Craig J's DNA, as well as the third, fourth, and fifth images in this section of evidence analysis in People's C that will show proof of the gun confiscated on off of Craig J's person, that its serial number matches that of the bullet casings that were found on the ground during the scene.
We can use ARs, but
Your Honor, what this was People's C.
People's C, yes.
Yes. B.
Oh, wow.
She labeled them B as the mugshots and fingerprints, which is technically a part of the incident report. So I'm slotting that in together.
As well as, if I may also enter into evidence, People's D as well, along with that, to show the pockets that were examined and taken pictures of, as well as the confiscated items taken off of both individuals.
Is that People's D?
Yes.
All right, Your Honor, I object to People's D being admitted.
All right, one moment. Let it be clear that if a member of DOJ, for example, the Inspector General, Jose Escobar, in order to maintain order, if he asks for somebody to be escorted out, I expect it to be done. He is
Oh, I never
the
seen that dude
arm
radio. What the
of
fuck?
me in the galley. Okay?
I think he did
So
something weird.
please
Keep it
heed
down,
his
Fat Jack.
instructions.
It's
All right.
cool, I got a cigarette out.
Okay. So we've got people C first. You have no objections to people C.
Yeah, I can't breathe because of it.
People's C, I'm sorry, that's the blood matches
Yes,
and
that's
the
the
shell
evidence
casings.
analysis.
That's yeah, Your Honor, I have no
Weirdo.
objection
Okay.
to
Let
that.
me submit that. And while we're here, why don't you tell me your objection for people's D?
Your Honor, People's D consists of 2 photos of
What about a taser?
2 guns, a couple of bullets, and it is appeared to be marked money. Your Honor, there is they can be photos from any pockets, any evidence stash, anywhere. There's no way to absolutely tell where these images were taken from.
I'm chilling.
Any rebuttal, Ms. Rogers?
Yes. So you can see in that in the evidence there is 3 pictures there. The second picture being a picture completely of Miss Ava J's
We've got
pockets.
a taser for fashion.
And you can see in the
I know.
what's
I
the
know
word?
that.
In the body cam
trying
that
to
I
do
will
it.
submit later.
Yeah, you could.
I was the person
Yo,
who
y'all back
did
there having
search her,
trouble.
and I confiscated the items referenced to be her items in that first picture.
How come you
Okay,
forgot
so
to
this
say
is
that?
where
Wait,
Miss
people
Laura,
C.
can we get something back here? What's going on back here?
Excuse me.
Stop yelling.
Sort 'em out.
I'm getting harassed by cops right now. Can you do
yelling,
something?
Jared.
Leave. Apprehend and have him escorted out.
Okay, we're
Shut
gonna
up, nigga.
maintain order anyway.
I didn't laugh.
Okay,
That's
so
unprofessional.
Ms. Rogers, why don't you go ahead and submit the body cam first, and then the evidence of the pockets?
I mean, you were about to tase him off a bench.
All right,
sitting down,
so
so that's not much better option.
Your Honor, if I may, I would have no
Bro, I feel like
objection
bro ain't no
to
public nuisance, bro.
the
Let him know.
combat
Chill
pistol,
on
the 2 bullets, and as well as the picture of the full pockets of Miss Ava J. I'm sure once you see the body camera footage at time number, I believe it's 9:20, you will see the pockets.
I was not the person who searched Craig J. That would be Officer Timmy Turner, who was not able to submit the body cam of himself.
Y'all fucking it up for me. I can't hear.
Sir, can you please not talk? So I was not the one who searched Mr. Craig J. That would be Timmy Turner, who was unable to submit his body cam for evidence. But I would like to state that the evidence that was accepted to be entered as evidence in the final image, which I stated was the gun that was confiscated off of Craig J. It does match Craig J's fingerprints, as well as the locations on the 2 bullet casings that were found, matching the exact location of the robbery taking place.
Okay. All right. I appreciate
Angie, you guys still have
both
someone-
of
you still
y'all's
have someone that was kicked
perspectives.
out in here. So I think I'm good.
For clarity, especially for those watching, let me go ahead and
what do you
let's
mean?
submit the body cam first. Okay.
Yes, so that is
Um,
going to be
Nigga, there's someone hitting a
there's going to
bomb
be
back there, and
the
you're worried about me.
People's H. Yes, the People's H.
All right.
Who is
So-
doing that?
I don't know, but they should be escorted out if they are causing an issue, or worst case, sent to what we like to call calm. Whoever can do that,
I'm just a guy.
I would suggest
Let me
it.
talk to Simon real quick.
Anyway,
Truckers,
let us
truckers,
continue.
truckers, do your thing.
So,
Tell these guys Neo Harris.
all right, we got People's H is the body cam. Okay.
Yes.
I know this is your first
Good
case.
officer.
That's totally fine. Yeah, we want to make sure that things are admitted into evidence. The order in which they're admitted into evidence certainly matters as far as what makes
just
them
leave him alone. We
truthful.
could just listen to
Okay,
this.
so I was told that it didn't matter what order.
Yeah,
I
it
put
very
in.
much does, but that's
Brilliant.
okay. That's part of
Okay.
that's how lawyers can do that. Okay, so
I'm still gonna
um,
talk, nigga. Not
that
like
being
on
said,
show, it's
People's
fine.
H, defense, do you have any objections to this?
To the body camera footage,
No, man.
Correct.
That's the
Your Honor, I have
can't
no
do
objection.
anything.
Like, what you doing?
Okay, excellent.
that's
I will
NG
put
filthy.
that into courtroom. One moment.
Wearing the Dakin chain.
Yo, Craven.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
What's up, brother? Are you able to step out into the main lobby with Maverick and myself? Get me up the red staircase, first level.
So to be clear, People's H includes 3 timestamps. That would be the Air One perspective, which includes the dispatch call. It also
Yes.
has the gunfight from above,
Say, boss man, am I right?
and then the searching and confiscation of People's D from Ava J
Yes.
specifically.
That's a good question. I didn't even realize that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yo, Fat Joe.
Hmm.
What is that, bro?
I
What
was
do you have on
searched
your
when I
back,
came
bro?
in here. I was searched when I came in here.
You were searched when you came in here?
You have to go.
Yeah.
Well, that's some officers can't do their goddamn job.
Oh, but you got this
Yeah,
guy's gun?
leave out of here.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I'm gonna escort you both out if you don't stop right now.
No, no, they
wait,
get
what's
escorted out.
Okay, that is so submitted.
Going for cuffs.
What the fuck is this to do?
Continuing on, so from that, then
Yeah,
we
they
are
know it's you.
admitting the pictures of the
I was cleaning
pockets,
the
correct?
bench.
Yes,
they
which will
clearly
be
don't. Shut the fuck
People's
up.
D.
I was cleaning
Yes,
the
which will
Oh.
be People's D.
The train station.
Can't
gate has
lie,
a
bro.
problem with me.
I
Name
can't.
is right.
Give me,
Give
can
my
you give me one
booze.
more time?
Okay.
Can you open the door
Yo,
for me?
Fat Joe, you mind handing over this way?
Yep, here, let me
You mind
move.
handing
Why?
this scythe? Could you
Just
could
play
you
a
hand
lot,
the
nigga.
scythe over? It doesn't matter.
Nigga,
I'm
I
not. I'm
have
gonna
been
use
nothing.
it. If you let me
I've
go,
done
I'll sit
nothing
back
but
the whole
sit
time.
on this damn
Okay,
chair.
but that doesn't
Just
that
let me
doesn't matter, bro. It goes for everybody. Bro.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
take
all
his
right.
weapon away from him.
You do not get
Disarm him.
Oh, chill, chill.
I will just confiscate it.
Said
That's
either
it.
disarm him or give me back my
Just
pencil.
literally chill.
I know you're chilling, brother, but this goes for everybody.
You
There's
guys
no
couldn't
weapons.
behave the
Nigga,
3
I
times
was
You have a
you
whole
behaved,
searching
you're
Skype.
leaving.
Look,
You
look,
no,
I was
listen,
searching
you
here.
have a,
Go ask all.
Yeah, get these thugs out of
listen,
here.
you have a whole Skype on your back of your fucking thing, bro.
Your Honor,
Listen, if you want
I
this,
objected to
if you want
the
this ass
picture
over
of
here,
the
shut up. Just
Glock
give it to me.
19 G4 and marked money.
It's fine, nigga. Watch
It's
this.
Yes,
not
so
fine, bro.
Watch this,
this
watch
is
this,
where
watch this.
we're going to be specific here. So, this only is submitted for Ava J, correct?
No,
We've
so
only talked about Ava J at this moment.
oh, I mean,
Take this out my face, bro. I can't
specifically,
see.
then at that point, I wouldn't want to submit the third picture there.
Okay, excellent. So then let's do that.
Alright.
Remember, we have to make sure that each defendant
Can't see
is
from this
being
pumpkin.
charged for each of their individual crimes, right?
All right, so I assume we're then separating this into two sections of one about Ava and one about Craig.
Just go ahead and call me, and then
Yes, I would imagine.
I'm not
Okay,
doing it.
alright.
I need my stuff.
I'm fine with that.
Make it easy,
They
bro.
took my stuff.
I'll just reach on your back and grab it, bro.
Okay, so People's D has a picture of the combat pistol and pistol ammo,
Alright, but that's not how that
and
works, bro.
as well the entirety of her pockets
What the fuck? What did you
at the time of the arrest. That sure is a lot of burgers, ma'am. Do cats like burgers?
drop it?
You don't have to answer that. Anyway,
I like burgers.
Put it underneath the chair.
I'm okay.
Put burger sauce on my bed.
Hold on.
Ew. Just kidding. I mean, I know where it went.
Furries like
Put it in my candy biscuit.
burgers.
I eat off the floor though, like a.
Yeah, so you need to take
They
it down a
eat
notch.
off
Wait, thanks
the
for the bro.
floor
Very awesome, bro.
Did fat.
like
Did we not agree she's a
you
human
know.
still?
Okay. Interesting. Do you use your like pot? Never mind. Okay. Continuing on. We got so these are Ava J specifically. And what charges are you so far showing me in this evidence? If you would
So-
paint me a picture here.
Yes, so far this is specifically proof of her being involved with the robbery, as well as proof of her having a weapon,
Okay.
as well as being
and-
involved with the hostage taking.
Your Honor, I object to that.
Okay. On what grounds?
Her charges are armed bank robbery. And all the evidence submitted so far does not show her taking property or an item of value from the care, custody, control, management, or possession of a bank.
Ms. Rogers, do you have a
I mean,
Bobby?
she was very clearly in my body cam at a bank that was being actively robbed.
Again, Your Honor, there's as far as the evidence shown, there is no clear CCTV footage of any any property of a bank being taken.
Okay. Interesting. At the moment, your objection is noted. In a bit unorthodox, I'm going to table the objection, as you will be able to state your case regarding to why these charges are untrue.
Thank you.
However, I have noted that at the moment,
Fuck you,
these
Joe.
evidence does not provide hostage take.
Joe, fuck you.
Is it in the body cam? It very clearly shows it.
Fucker, you couldn't have picked a different seat?
I wanted the seat.
Okay.
Beat your ass.
Let him have that seat, Blue.
Can you provide the timestamp for me?
Yes, give me just a moment to find it.
And again, Your Honor, I'm sorry to cut you off. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say my objection wasn't to the fact of a hostage being there. It was to the charge of armed bank robbery.
I apologize. My hearing ain't so good. Okay, so I see. So your argument specifically is
Sassy.
that Ms. J did not take anything
Hello,
from the
Big
bank.
Sassy. How are you doing today?
Sir,
They are
can you not scream in the middle of the courtroom?
Yeah, let's
This is your last
maybe
one.
some officers in on that. All right.
No.
Again, or if there's a way for just them going to community service. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so
Yeah,
yes. To be clear, the objection was raised about armed
the
bank robbery.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Rogers, is there in the evidence currently
Bobby.
admitted, is there anything
Bobby.
to support the
I'll
claim
kinda like
of
a recess in the
armed
middle
bank
of a
robbery?
court case, that's
Bobby.
Yo, Bobby.
Yep.
Bobby, can we have a recess?
Sorry, I can hear them talking over there. They're not whispering very well.
I apologize, officer.
Sir, can you please stop?
Your Honor, may
Man
we
with the
have a
goggles and
recess?
mask, I can tell it's you.
It's not me. It's this guy right here.
5 minutes, bro.
Okay,
Okay,
so
this shouldn't be an issue, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot of cops here. The moment anybody causes an issue, take them out straight up. The lawyer
Yes,
should
ma'am.
not be being distracted by the individuals inside. Okay? It's not appropriate. And more specifically, I promise you, if you want to get out faster, if you want to
5
see
minutes.
actual
Just a 5 minutes,
interesting
bro.
things,
5-minute recess.
people having to stop over and over
No, but
is
Q
not
wants to
going to
talk.
help your case. Now, I believe that there was some sort of ask from the defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I was asking if we may have like a brief 5-minute recess to clear out the people that are distracting us.
Sure, if that is what is needed.
Very good. Can I
Thank
have
you,
a
Your Honor.
police officer come here in order to escort
He's
out
in a fucking
the
bomb.
individuals?
To go outside the courthouse with a bomb.
Beginning with
All right, court
this
is in
gentleman
recess.
right here.
Your Honor.
Who, me?
Hold on.
Mhm.
I've been quiet.
Who, the
No.
dude in the
Private
gray?
room.
Yeah, just to speak to.
Right
Just
here.
follow me. We have 5
Oh,
minutes.
you talking about
Wow.
this dude
I'll
right
get out of
here?
your
No,
way.
so you guys are gonna go that way. You're not gonna go out there.
But I'll leave. I
You're
didn't
gonna go in
even do
here.
nothing,
Okay,
accent.
over
You're
here.
good, bro.
Yes,
Uh,
yeah. You
A
have to go.
police officer is gonna
No,
come
no,
with
no,
you.
no, no. He has to be. escorted.
Okay, seems like a
Please
police
not
officer's
stand on the
coming.
bench.
All right,
Thank you.
you go down here.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh.
Farted in your
He needs
face. What
to
would
be
you do?
escorted out.
I could
Law
put you for assault on a
enforcement.
police officer.
Oh, farting is assault now.
If I get pink
Stop
eye, I
yelling
mean,
at me,
that's
please.
Well, that's
damage
on
to
you.
cover. No,
I'm sorry, man. We need to.
yeah,
That's a
you're
skill
definitely you're for
issue.
sure.
Get your
Ah!
immune system up, brother.
Oh, yeah, let me get out of the
If I
way.
fart in your
There you go.
face, you'll get pink eye even with them sunglasses.
Let's go, bro.
Why do you have such a
Let's
dirty
go.
fucking
He yells
asshole?
at me. He yells
Let's
at me. I'm
go.
scared.
Ladies
bro,
and
let's go.
gentlemen
Your
of the
asshole's bigger than my
audience.
asshole.
Oh, I guarantee
Let's
you.
walk
it
outside.
is.
Got this, Aaron.
You're
It's
doing
doing
great.
I
great.
wanna leave. I wanna
Big
leave.
guy,
I'm not
big
scared.
To be part of the honor.
I shower on the regular.
Are you serious? You
Okay,
didn't even give me a
well,
chance.
that's disgusting. What do you dig your feces out of your ass in the show?
Psst, Miss Rogers.
What was that, sorry?
Who
I said you
making
got
these
this. You're doing
statements?
great.
I think the big issue right now is I really don't have a way to prove that she
Doesn't
committed,
matter
you
whether
know,
it's
by
racist or
I don't have a way to
Well,
prove
the
that she
message, the
stole.
dispatch message.
The dispatch message only says that they have a hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah, picture, but it's kind of hard to prove them grabbing the stuff in the back because you can't really go behind there.
Yeah.
to
Well, I
get
was
it.
gonna ask for what's the I asked them for body cam and they said they didn't have it.
Nah, we're just grabbing somebody's personal items.
I
Because
feel
we
like I
could.
feel like you should be able to like both sides.
Yeah,
Last I
hold
heard,
on,
there
give
was
me
a
a moment.
bomb. Can we
Miss
get an all
Sandlin.
clear on that?
All clear, all
Miss
clear.
Sandlin.
A bomb?
It was a shoe. It was a shoe.
Okay. Thought it was
Miss
a bomb.
Sandlin.
Yes.
Am I able to speak to you, or is that not something I can do?
No, you have to speak to me with the other lawyer present.
Okay, it was a general question about how the court proceedings work, not so much about the case, if that makes sense.
Alright, man, come on.
There is an individual who's like strangely dressed like a cop with kind of like a weird hat on.
You gotta leave, dog.
The guy with the cop hat and the suit. I think that's Jose, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
That's
So
Jose
you can
Escobar.
yeah. So Jose Escobar is here to assist you in that regard as well.
Okay, let me ask him right
You
now.
said what, Miss Sandlin? I couldn't hear you over the voices.
I am here trying to listen
Is
to
I was
he
speaking
in
to
this
Ms.
radio,
Rogers.
or
Oh,
I can't get
okay.
over there? I can't hear anything.
Jose Escobar,
Is it
Inspector General.
Yes.
Get his ass out.
Hey,
Aaron wants
Can
to
you
talk to
Ms. Rogers has a couple of legal procedure questions.
Okay.
Okay, so I personally reached out to Miss Ava J and requested body cam of their time inside of the how do I put it? Their time inside of the bank, because we have pictures of all the CCTV and we were able to recover the CCTV, and they told me that they did not have quote unquote body cam of that situation. So I can't prove that they did or didn't take anything. Is there some way I can like talk about? Like, is there?
Okay.
I'm just in general confused.
How did it shine light on the matter that's in existence? How did you come to know this?
What do you mean that what's in
How
existence?
did you know that there was body cam footage rolling on their end?
Well, no, I meant what I mean is we have the CCTV cameras inside of the bank, and I requested from them the CCTV footage of them, if that makes sense.
Okay. And who's the custodian of that record?
What do you mean?
The CCTV footage. Who is the custodian of that footage?
Could you please not do that, whatever that is?
Huh?
Like, just like ask me in a more simplified way because.
Oh, okay. Who owns the device that recorded what you claim?
I believe it would be Flika.
Okay. For you to gain that footage, you would have to make a motion and allow for any type of objections that defense may make, and then petition the court whether it is allowed now past discovery under very exclusive circumstances
That's not my
can that
question,
be.
though.
Okay, so what's your question?
I already asked them personally, and they said that
Huh?
there's no physical possibility of that existing because
Okay.
they, you know.
So then why would you want something that doesn't exist?
Well, no, I'm asking, is there some sort of thing I can say that proves that there was some sort of illegitimacy because of the fact that that recording can't physically exist?
Okay. Thank you. That's very clear now.
Yeah, we're both struggling to explain and understand, I promise.
Sure. The answer would be no, because that would be hearsay.
Well, I mean,
Unfortunate.
I have
Court
written
will
proof
resume session in
of them saying
2
that
minutes.
wouldn't physically exist.
If the footage doesn't exist and you'd like to utilize some sort of indication that at least it existed, then you would have to have, the only way is if someone did in fact view that footage and then make a verbal statement on what they observed. And even then, it would be up to the court to admit it or decline it
All right.
as testimony.
Gotcha. All right, thank you.
That's what he told me. He's a white kid.
Does that answer your question?
Not really, but I mean, I don't really have time to.
Ms. Rogers, if I was hypothetically to give you anything, in that situation, with our current situation that we live in, what you would need is probably to produce the hostage who could
told all
be
of
an
us he was a
eyewitness to
white
say
kid from
I
the UK.
witnessed them take
Could I
the
do
money
that?
out of the bank.
You could, but again, extremely exclusive circumstances.
Okay. We'll see if she allows it during the trial.
Court will resume session in 1 minute.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to laugh. I'm gonna have to laugh in head.
Chief, if you could go and retrieve them from the cell room.
We're really kicking him out right now.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. That's fine. I need my steps.
I have to kick you out, Joe.
She was Simon.
I'm
All
sorry.
right, counsel,
Going for cops.
Go out of the fucking
Go ahead.
courtroom now.
To go get the individual.
Sorry.
Please
Going for cops.
go out of the fucking
Go ahead.
courtroom now.
To go get the individuals. She called you guys over. She said chiefs. And neither of you guys responded.
No, because I don't.
Cat wife, sir.
I don't want to get a strike, dog. I don't want to get a strike, dog.
The nigga with the train hat's a bitch.
Well, what's going on?
Fuck that nigga. Fuck you, bitch.
Thank you, sir.
I got you. I got you.
All right, court is resuming session.
Mr. Cube is here?
How y'all doing?
Why was he
Yeah,
allowed?
it's funny. He shows up to court cases that aren't his, but
I'm confused. Why was he
Anyway.
allowed to be back there and discuss things if he wasn't
I have
originally
no clue.
involved?
Your Honor,
I have no
just came
clue.
back from Aruba.
Anyway.
Your Honor, I just came back from Aruba.
Aruba? You're getting paid that well?
Jamaica. Ooh,
Oh,
I wanna take
Your Honor, I just came back from Aruba. I was having a blast over there. That's why my collar is open.
The court will note for the record that the collar is in fact open. Okay. Moving on. Court is back in session. Okay.
Yo, please, bro. What the fuck you doing, nigga?
Again, anybody who
Damn,
is
bruh.
making loud sounds in the galley.
Get this man out of here.
Gallery. Okay.
Yeah, bro, take that nigga the fuck
I
out of
have
here.
noted the meowing. You can stop the meowing now. Anybody that is distracting our lawyers in any way, not cool. Takes longer. Move on with your lives. All right. Where were we? We were at a court previously had a objection raised by the defense about the charge of a armed bank robbery. Is this correct?
Yeah.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, Miss
Pardon,
Rogers.
pardon me. Your Honor, excuse me. I do apologize on my own behalf to everyone present. Your Honor, the
Can we get this
individual,
nigga's hard-boiled egg out of his throat? Please.
the individual
Fuck.
behind me is continuously interrupting your proceedings.
That is fucking bullshit. I have GoPro
and
footage to fucking
utilize
say
him
otherwise.
foul
Objection,
language.
nigga.
I would like for him to be found in contempt of court while interrupting.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Well, given that he's doing this right now,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
that's
I'm annoyed.
correct.
This nigga
He's
has been
gonna
targeting
be,
me all case.
Yeah,
Fuck
Take him into
that.
contempt of court.
custody
Go
and
ahead.
process him.
Yeah,
Follow
you
me
Shut the
this
fuck
way.
up. That's crazy, Your Honor. That's crazy.
It's not
I got
crazy,
clips
you're
of this
acting
nigga harassing
crazy.
me before the case started.
Hey, Dwayne, there's a holding cell downstairs.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. You got that shit? Dumb asshole.
Anyway,
Stab it outside.
moving on.
Fucking holy
As
shit.
to be clear, it is a criminal
By who?
issue if you are interrupting a court case. You will be put into jail. All right. Ms. Rogers, is there anything else that you might have to support the charge of armed bank robbery?
Medics over here. Can you guys open the door at the top?
Yes. Could I possibly call a witness to the stand who wasn't previously involved in the evidence? I should say.
Your Honor,
Well,
I object to that.
yeah, the defense is going to object to that. You need to move with a pretty compelling reason as to why the witness was not one previously stated, two who the witness is, and three what
No,
the
I'm good.
witness would hope to provide.
So the witness
I might
would
need some
be.
medical.
Sorry, my radio is being very loud. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that. The witness would be Miss Blue Ball, who was the hostage in the situation. I failed to request their presence because, frankly, I didn't know I had to submit a human as evidence.
Well, that's not evidence. That would be submitting a witness.
Your Honor, if the witness is blue ball, I have no objection to witness taking the stand.
Well, okay then.
All right.
Then Ms. Ball, are you in the courtroom? Okay, I'm seeing some flapping wings.
Hey boy, why don't you come on up?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Rogers, are you attempting to call Ms. Blue to the stand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead and take the stand. Pick your poison. Each one is fine. Okay. Go ahead and raise your right hand for me. Well, that's both of them. How about your left hand? There you go. All right. Ms. Blue Ball, are you aware that any statement that you make is under risk of perjury?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You may put your hand down. Witness has been sworn in. Ms. Rogers, you may approach the podium and begin your questioning.
All right. Miss Ball, I want to first ask, were you in fact a hostage during this alleged bank robbery?
Objection, Your Honor. That's leading.
It's a simple yes or no question.
Sustained. You're gonna have to ask a bit more broad questions.
Okay. Were you held at gunpoint inside of that bank?
Yes.
All right. Do you think you could possibly describe what the individuals may have been doing inside of that bank while holding you at
Objection, Your
gunpoint?
Honor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your Honor, it's clear in the body camera that that the witness on the stand was facing outside of the door the entire time.
There was
Okay, I'm
a
gonna
large amount of time.
stop.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to overrule that objection because that's not an objection. Frankly, you would be better off with objecting to the narrative nature of the question.
Okay.
I am going to thus highly suggest, Ms. Rogers, that your question be, for example, that where were you, right? Okay. Blue was in the bank.
They know we're too good at getting away.
What happened in the bank? Right? Things of that nature.
All right. Well, Miss Ball, what happened inside of that bank?
I had a gun to my head, and I was very scared. I don't know what was going on, but I did hear shooting in the back.
Okay. All right. In the time before, and I'm sure you've seen the evidence that's been submitted. In the time before my submitted evidence of the Air One camera finally seeing you for the first time, could you tell me what was going on before then?
Let me be clear, Ms. Ball, do you have access to the evidence put before you in that tablet? Are you able to take a look? Just poke a few buttons. It should be right over there.
Yeah, I can look at it.
Okay, take a look at the evidence submitted and then be able to answer the question.
Yeah, Bakandi.
I think Craig might want to go out for some fresh air.
To be honest, Harris kind of looked like Zeno.
Say that.
I looked at you for a second, and
Bro, Melody just said that to me outside, bro. Don't piss me off. Oh, she said, "Is this Zeno?"
I just thought you should be aware.
Okay. What was the question?
So, before the Air One camera was able to finally see you for the first time, could you tell me anything that may have happened between the time that dispatch call that a bank may have been being robbed to the time that Air One camera first saw you? Could you tell me anything that happened in that time that hasn't been discussed already?
Objection, Your Honor.
Go ahead. What's your objection? You guys state your objection. When to
Leading.
object. Go ahead and explain to me why leading.
Your Honor, the states provided evidence. It was up to them when the evidence covered certain times and when everything started. Therefore, anything before then shouldn't be admissible.
Yeah, that's going to be overruled because the witness was a witness, right? So, yeah, that's overruled. Also, what you just explained to me is facts, not an evidence. It's not leading. So, overruled on 2. Go ahead, Ms. Ball.
I mean, I was brought to the bank, and then I had a gun pointed at my head, and then there was some gunshots in the back, and then the cops showed up, and that's pretty much it.
Right. So you said you were brought to the bank. Can I ask what may have happened to get you towards that bank?
Objection, Your Honor.
Tell me the objection. Come on, bud.
Leading.
Overruled again. There was no. Ms. Rogers did not suggest what the witness should say.
If
Go ahead.
if by like do you mean how I got to the bank?
Yeah, I mean, were you like I don't want to sound like I'm leading by giving examples, but yeah, just like what happened for you to get from wherever you were beforehand, not around the bank, to the bank?
I'm going to simplify this question for Ms. Rogers. Please answer, Blue Ball. How
Yeah.
did you get to the bank?
I was taken as a hostage and they drove to the bank.
Okay. Do you recognize the people who took you to hostage? Took you as a hostage? Are they here?
She went in by choice.
Please.
Possibly. It's fuzzy.
Okay. Um. All right. I think that'll be all my questions.
Okay. Defense, you may approach and go ahead. Your
Alrighty.
cross-examination.
How you doing, Miss Ball?
I'm doing okay.
All right. So understand that you were taken as a hostage. That must have been pretty scary.
It was.
Did the police department ever offer you any type of counseling, or did EMS offer you any type of therapy sessions in reference to this?
No.
Okay. Do you feel as if though you are mentally scarred from the event that happened?
Not from that event, but
Objection. Relevancy?
No, leading, not relevancy.
Go ahead. Your rebuttal, Counselor. No.
Sorry?
His
Oh, yeah,
his
yeah.
rebuttal.
Your Honor, I'm just trying to clarify if the witness on stand was there willingly or not.
oh,
Hold that. Stop. Okay. I gotta be honest, Counselor. Asking what the police did after the fact has nothing to do with whether the individual got in the car or not. So I'm gonna overrule. That's a very odd. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Miss Ball, I know you said you had a gun to your head, but would you have gone to this bank if there wasn't a gun pointed at you?
I mean it's a bank, so yeah.
Objection. Leading?
Um.
Can I clarify
I
the
mean,
question?
it's
Why don't you rephrase the question?
Would you have gone to the bank with my two clients on any other given day?
Yeah.
again, objection. Relevancy? I don't see how that, shows whether or not they were taken hostage when they clearly admitted they were taken hostage.
So. Okay. I have noted your point, Counselor. Because Ms. Rogers, you opened up the scope of the questioning of the individual to determine how they were taken to the bank. Uh, there was you did open that scope, which then directly does relate to a charge.
Right.
In which the hostage taking. So I'm going to overrule the objection that
May I
you made.
say that a bank is a public place that anyone can enter? So of course they would have gone to a bank with anyone in there?
Your Honor, I specified with my two clients.
Yes, but they are people, are they not?
One I think may be a cat. I'm not sure.
Actually, yeah, no, you're right on that one. But still, I'm sure they would have gone to that bank with anyone, not just specifically those two clients.
Hello, open the door. Open the fucking door. Open the
Okay.
door.
Okay, have him escorted.
What the fuck?
I am going to ask the witness a question in order to get us off of this position.
Sorry,
Ms.
officer,
Ball,
sorry.
Yeah.
were you taken to the bank under any sort of duress or force?
No.
Okay.
Your Honor, I just have one more question.
Yes.
Miss Ball, did you enjoy your time being a quote unquote hostage? Did you feel at any point my clients were gonna endanger your life?
I mean, they did point a gun at me, so kinda.
To be clear for the record, is that kind of that you enjoyed it or
Oh, not kinda.
so answer the direct question. What was your repeat your direct question, counselor?
Uh, did you have a quote unquote fun time at the bank on the date and time in question?
Um,
A fetish.
do I have to give a definitive yes or no?
Preferably.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have nothing more for the hostage, Your Honor. I mean the witness.
Okay. Interesting Freudian slip there. Uh, okay. Ms. Rogers, I'm going to give you an opportunity to redirect your witness as it is your witness. If you have any additional questions that might clarify or, again, redirect the witness in a way of which the answers that you were expecting, I will give you this opportunity now. You are welcome to waive it.
Ms. Ball, do you
Yeah.
know these two individuals personally?
Personally, I do not know Craig, but I have met Ava before, yes.
Okay, could you tell me a bit about that? I mean, sorry, let me rephrase. Could you tell me how personally you know her? Like, would you say you're friends? Would you say you're acquaintances, etc.?
I would say acquaintances. We've run into each other a couple times. We never really, like, hung out or anything.
Okay. And can I ask, how were you... Sorry, can I ask, specifically, were you put into a vehicle to be transported to that bank?
No. Not, like, forced in, no.
Or sorry, were you transported from wherever you were to that bank in a vehicle?
Yes.
Your Honor, the witness answered the first question.
Well, no, they didn't understand the question. They answered a different question.
Okay, I think it's been clear that yes, the individual was transported in a
Right.
vehicle.
So, were you requested by Miss Ava or Miss Craig to get into the vehicle?
Mr. Craig.
Sorry,
They
Mr.
said
Craig.
they said to me, "Do you want to be a hostage?" And I said, "Yes."
I see.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this right now because now we're getting into a courtroom of which I don't have jurisdiction. If you understand my gist.
Yes, ma'am.
There we
So
go
we're
for
gonna
you,
move
Mr.
on
Craig.
from this line of questioning.
Jurisdiction.
And I am going to imagine that the powers we are going to move on from this, as if you recall, all of this started based on was it armed bank robbery or not. So far, I haven't heard any sort of questions regarding the bank robbery.
Right. May I say that I wish to move on to a different topic as well?
A different topic or removing the witness? Moving on from the witness.
Yeah, moving on from the witness.
Okay. Uh, Ms. Ball, thank you for your participation. You are released. All right. Ms. Rogers, please continue.
Yes. So, um, once again, as a refresher, in case anyone's forgotten, the charges being levied against specifically Ava J is going to be armed bank robbery, hostage taking, and criminal possession of a weapon class 1. In this time that we've spent in the court, we have learned that Miss Ava J may not have specifically participated in the active robbery of the bank, but surely participated in assisting with said robbery. That being participating in gathering a hostage for the robbery and creating a distraction via that hostage against police to where no one could get to an alleged robber. With that said, if you would give me just a moment. I would like to, if possible, change the charge from armed bank robbery to accessory to robbery.
Objection, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Um, I thought the charges were set in stone as to
Yes.
what the state is trying to charge my client.
Yes, it is on the state to make sure that the case and the charges that are being pursued are the correct and most
Right.
accurate charges.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Are we? Let's keep us going.
Right, give me just a moment. All right. That should be everything for Miss Ava J. Sorry, against Ava J.
Okay. Please continue.
Oh, so now on to Craig J. Okay. So I would like to move back to, if you would give me just a moment. I would like to, do you want me to go back over evidence that's already been submitted, or?
Just how it relates to Mr. J now.
Right, okay. So again, the evidence that has been already accepted, the People's A, I would like to once again reference that as, you know, non-objected truth by the client's lawyers. And I would also like to now add in the third and final picture as a part of give me just a moment.
Excuse me.
Yes, as a
You're
part of the
referring to
People's
the
D.
weapon
Yes.
and the marked gun.
Yes.
Your Honor, I object to that.
Okay. And go ahead and say your grounds again.
That is an image of a gun and marked money. Nowhere in any of the body cam was that ever shown being recovered off of my client's or my client's property. It can be literally a picture from anywhere. It is, I believe it's not properly marked in order to put that on my client's possession.
That gun in specific was how do I put it? That gun in specific was assessed in our evidence. What was that? That gun in specific was assessed in our evidence room, and the fingerprints on the gun they came back to Craig J, as well as the bullet casings on the ground match the serial number of that gun.
And
So
Your
I
Honor,
see
if
no way to say that this isn't his gun, as well as I would like to also add into that the bullet casings that were found. You can clearly see that the location they were found in matches the location of the bank robbery.
Your Honor, my argument is not of shell casings found at the scene. My
Those are
argument,
simply to add to the confirmation, sir.
Your Honor,
Defense, I'll
unless
allow you to speak all the way.
Your Honor, unless the state can provide the fingerprints test that was done on the firearm, showing that it was my client's fingerprints. Again, I moved to that being the only evidence of my client having a firearm and cash it's not properly labeled and it can just be an image from anywhere.
I would once again like to reference the People's C.
Okay, yeah, and this is where we're getting into people see. So this is the evidence that was previously ruled as admissible. That maybe if I got a maybe if I had a clerk, we could get this done properly. I apologize. It should be entered.
I would like specifically to
Yo, nigga on my left.
add in just the second, third, fourth, and fifth images, not the first, as the first correlates to Ava J and not Craig.
Shut up, Dwayne. That shit up there.
Good, son.
Shut up, bitch. Fucking Isaac. Yeah, don't be talking about
Officer,
Poopy
what's
Bell
that
like
man
that.
doing?
Okay, I can't copy and paste like this,
Oh my
so
God.
give me a second.
If you want, I
Officer,
can add
shoot
the
that man.
images
He's
then.
on the floor. Hey, bro. You see him up, bro? Good. Swear to God, if either of you make me stand up one more time, dog. Swear to God. See the fucking ground. And kill your family. Yapping, bro. Yo, shut the fuck up, Dwayne. Is that Joe Johnson? Is that Joe Johnson? Where? The defense. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think. No, maybe.
As you can see on that final piece of evidence, the gun that is being analyzed there is a G1964. All right, and the fingerprints match Craig J, and the serial number on that gun matches the 2 bullet casings that were also submitted. The time as well and the analysis is just a brief time after the time that is shown in body cam previously submitted, as well as the location matches the location of the alleged bank robbery.
All right, Your Honor, after seeing this, I no longer object to the image of the firearm. However, the marked money I still hold my objection to.
Hey, calm it down. Yeah, you
Okay.
won't.
All right.
You're so fucking lucky
I
I can't
will
punch you. Fucking
accept
won't.
it. I will also state that
You touch me, I'll whip you around with my fucking cock. Alright.
for the record and going forward
Piece
to
of
all
shit.
law enforcement
Calm
present,
down, calm down, damn.
the
It's self-defense.
picture in
lying. He's
question
lying.
is simply of the gun itself laying down, and it does state G 19 G4. However, there is no serial number seen on the weapon in the picture.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I am not going to admit either the gun picture nor the marked money picture because I cannot verify that that G1964 in the picture is the same G19G4 that is was a part of the weapon analysis. So going forward, if you want to use pictures of pockets or what have you, you have to make sure that the serial number and things of that nature are clearly viewed in the pocket. So I am going to rule that those 2 are not admissible. However, the evidence is.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have anything more for these charges?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to submit, if you would give me just a moment. Body cam, or sorry, the People's E. The People's E as well as the People's I.
You want to tell us what those things are?
Yes. So the People's Eye is it's going to be Cadet Busy Bee's body cam of him participating in the shootout that happened, which is just proving, you know, the person who did fire on police and such is you know, the man that stands before you, Mr. Craig J. And that shootout happens in Busy Bee's body cam from the 1st second all the way until the 28th second. And then in
Any objection to this defense?
Your Honor, I'm currently looking for People's Eyes for a refresher of the
I
contents
will
of that
post it
evidence.
in courtroom and then remove it if it is no longer admissible.
Okay, I appreciate that.
as well as I would like to submit the People's E, which is Corporal Brown's body cam, which is going to be a secondary angle to that
Excuse
shootout.
me, sir.
And I would then also like to submit the People's F, which is a third body cam of Timmy Turner, where it shows from 1 minute and 52 seconds to 1 minute and 58 seconds, allegedly Mr. Craig J, shooting Timmy Turner and Mike Haywood in cold blood.
Okay, so to be clear, which body cam shows the attempted murder ×2?
We can see that, I mean, in all three of them, but
So
I
pick
guess
one that's
most
the best.
clearly, body cam, the People's F. We'll say the People's F.
Okay, so we're gonna do what's called in the courtroom, or in legal proceedings rather. This is called the best evidence rule, in which only the best version of the evidence is submitted. So we are going to have
Hey, you
People's
don't give a
F
fuck, bro?
as something to argue defense. One moment. It is posted if you take a look. Specifically, are you saying from timestamp 152 to 158?
Really from timestamp 152 until the end, but it ends just right after 158.
Which means possibly Craig is involved as well.
Hey, you don't give a fuck, bro?
So there's two of you out here, right? Nobody has
Brief court's indulgence. I'm having trouble accessing the evidence.
While we're waiting for the defense, Ms. Rogers, is there any more evidence that you plan to submit?
Considering the fact that you've told me no more body cam.
No more body cam of the specific charges that you are witnessing.
Yes. Give me just a moment to double check. I guess People's J as well.
Okay, and what will that show me?
Simply the public history of all of Mr. Craig J's charges, which specifically includes 6 counts of attempted murder of a government official and 4 counts of hostage taking, which simply proves that he has committed many violent crimes in the past and had no reason, or there is no reason to say he wouldn't do this another time.
Your Honor, I object to the relevancy of my client's criminal past. On the grounds that he served his time for every offense, and it shouldn't be taken into question regarding this case.
I would like to rebuttal that all of these charges, as you could see if you looked, have taken place at varying points in time, which shows that even after serving time and getting out of jail and paying fines, the suspect continues this violent path.
Okay.
Your
Well,
Honor.
okay. One more. Go ahead.
I was going to object to all the hostage taking charges in my client's past. We don't know if every hostage was like the witness we just had here. That appears to me not to really be a hostage.
Okay, that's overruled. That
Okay.
is overruled. Like I said, we are going to largely
Could you please back up
ignore
a little?
that situation. Okay. Now,
Could you please back up a bit?
can you give her some space?
Jose.
Hello.
Jose, you're a bit.
Give her some space. Come on. Just move away from.
Yeah, I'll just
Move
stand
away.
in front of my
Okay.
desk.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Moving on. So to be clear, this is, I'm sorry, People's Eye, and that is the previous criminal record. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would, as these are the exact same charges, I am going to overrule the objection of relevancy. The exact same charges are relevant if they were charges of, for example, animal abuse. That would not be relevant as their marriage is not in question at the moment. But because these are specifically charges that relate to the current situation, I will admit it. Is that your final piece of evidence, Ms. Rogers?
I think I would also like to petition to the court that because we can now take into account his history of repeated offenses with both hostage taking and attempted murder of a government official, I would like to petition that those charges be shown to be taken more intensely, and the possibility of both time served and fine given be increased if possible. Enhanced.
I object to that, Your Honor.
You can't just say you object. Tell me why. Come on.
Because my client, if he was charged and as the state says, did their time and repeated them, he served his time for those charges. So I would like no additional time in reference to old charges.
I would like to once again say that he, despite serving his time and paying charges,
Hold
has done
on.
this over and over.
Let me be clear, Ms. Rogers. Are you trying to petition the court to make him serve more time for the other charges?
No.
Okay,
I'm saying
yeah,
for
that's what I
these
thought.
specific charges,
Okay,
I wish that they
overruled.
be enhanced.
Okay, stop talking. Thank you. We are gonna overrule that objection because that is blatantly not what the prosecution is asking. They are asking for me to take these into account in sentencing for your client for the current situation. So that's gonna be overruled. All right.
Understood, Your Honor. Misheard, sorry.
Rather, defense. Do you have any evidence to enter?
Give me 1 second.
And let's not do the you either know or you don't.
I do. Give me 1.
Did you submit this to Discovery prior?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. I just took a look. You did not submit anything into Discovery, sir.
Your Honor, I was under the impression I submitted the divorce case that my clients are going through.
I'm sorry, the what?
The divorce case that my clients are
No,
going through.
we're not doing a divorce case right now.
Then I have no evidence, Your Honor.
Yeah, no, this is their criminal. Yeah, this is their criminal, and also their will they won't they relationship has nothing to do with whether they whether they robbed a bank or not. So no, that is a completely separate case. Which also, last I heard, they were on again. So unless they're off again, in which case the whole divorce thing, yeah, we'll talk about it. I don't speak cat though, so I'll need an interpreter. All right. So if there is no evidence from the defense, we're gonna go ahead and enter into closing statements. Defense, if sorry, prosecution, if you have any closing statement that you'd like to give, now is your time.
Yes, I would just like to state that given the violent nature of Mr. Craig J, I believe that everything said here and everything that may happen should be taken with extreme caution and just a hefty hand, if that makes sense, to just really take everything into consideration. As well as with Ava J, I would like to say that I believe she is, how do I put it? She is a good person who likes to do bad things. And I think that she will learn her lesson after getting what she deserves for doing these crimes.
Okay, prosecution, do you rest?
If I may,
That means
did you
if you're done.
did
I would also like to say that I truly do believe that both suspects are guilty of all crimes being tried against them, and that I do believe that the crimes levied against Mr. Craig J in specific should be enhanced, simply because of his extensive violent past that shows.
I'm gonna stop you really quickly. You know, when defendants get on their radio in the middle of a court case, right when it's nearing the end, that makes me a little antsy.
I apologize. I apologize. I apologize.
You want to tell me who you were talking to?
It's somebody outside.
Right, clearly it was somebody outside. You want to tell me who they were?
My best friend.
Okay. And you
He's
want
just
to tell
trying to.
me?
He's trying to wish me luck.
Okay.
don't let anyone in?
All right. I would encourage you to consider that in courtrooms where we are right about to get to sentencing, when defendants start you know, giving signs to people, usually that goes badly for me. Okay?
I apologize, Your Honor.
All right. Also, you didn't meow this time, so it made me extra nervous. Okay. Please, go on.
Yes,
Prosecution.
I believe that because of the extensive crime history that Mr. Craig J has, he shows little sign of improvement with a normal amount of time and fine, and I believe that the charges should be enhanced for that reason.
Okay. Prosecution, do you rest? Hello.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you said defense. Do you rest? I'm so
No,
sorry.
prosecution, do
Yes,
you
I
rest?
rest. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
all right, thank you. Okay, defense here is your closing statement, making a good one.
All right. So as for my client Craig J, I believe the officer that was the first one to enter the bank was the reason for the following events that occurred. Lack of training, didn't seem well equipped, nor to be the right person in that situation. And as you can see, noted in the police report that he was egging him on. I believe that uh, led to the alleged shootout more so than his criminal history.
Your Honor,
Um,
may I object to this?
Yeah, I got you.
No, it's a closing
No.
statement.
He's allowed
No?
to,
Okay.
just like how you're allowed to say anything you want in closing
Shit.
and
Hold
in
on, let me
opening,
go
he's
fix
allowed to
that.
say anything he wants in closing and opening.
Tell that motherfucker to shut up back there.
and Your Honor, as for the charges of bank robbery, there's no evidence of anything being taken from the bank. I don't have any rebuttal against the possession of a class 1. Going back to the murder of a government official, I do not believe that the charges should be enhanced based on the officer's demeanor and actions when first making contact with him. I believe that is the sole reason why we are here. If had that officer not acted that way, I feel like it would have gone a bit differently. I also believe, in terms of jurisdiction, it may involve the Supreme Court, not us down here. And as for my client Ava J,
I'm sorry. What do you mean by that?
I believe it'd be more of a government issue.
What is?
In
Your
terms
client's
of
taking a fake hostage?
no, in terms of the way the police officer handled the situation.
Okay, so that doesn't sound like a gut issue. So I'm gonna move on because I don't think the government cares about your closing statement in that regard. There's a way to get that done. Okay.
Okay.
So let's move on from that.
And for my client Ava J, she also clearly there's no evidence connecting her to any type of items being taken from a bank. And for hostage taking for both of my clients, it's clear that the hostage, the alleged hostage, was there on their own accord, and they did not feel any type of false imprisonment, that they enjoyed themselves and had fun. And that's all, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, in the best interest for everybody's time, I'm gonna go ahead and talk out loud rather than having a prepared statement here. I'm gonna go for the defendant, which is facing the least charges first. That would be Miss Ava J. Miss J, if you want to approach the podium, please. No outbursts, please. Okay, see, now you're just
That wasn't
now you're
me.
just
That wasn't me.
Oh, so it's stolen valor is what I'm hearing?
No, that honestly, that second one wasn't me.
No, I know. I'm saying is that stolen valor.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Do you
Stolen meowler.
I'm just
do
a
you
cat.
belong to like a club? Are there others
Your
like
Honor, I
you?
think she's initiating more people.
Yeah, I think it's catching like a virus or something. Oh.
Oh shit! Get the masks out.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna suggest you stop talking so that okay, in your own best interest. Okay.
Are you scared that you're gonna turn into a cat? You might catch
Ava,
it. You know what I mean?
let the
Okay.
judge.
Sorry, Bobby. Sorry.
Ms. J, I would highly suggest you don't make any sort of veiled bioterroristic threats against the judge who is about to give you a sentence. Okay.
Kill your terrorism.
For one, there is one charge that I believe is undeniable that nobody, including your defense, is denying, and that is possession of a class 1. It was your gun. It was on your person. And nobody is objecting to that. So for possession of class 1, I am going to find you guilty. Now, we get into bigger issues here.
Please.
At the end of the day, though, it was prosecution's witness. I believe that the witness did the prosecution a disservice. And this is where, going forward, I would highly suggest that any sort of
I didn't say
prosecution
nothing. That wasn't
or
even me.
defense make sure that they vet their witnesses first and that their witnesses are prepped and coached prior. The definition of hostage taking is the following. Involved in the false imprisonment of a civilian for the purpose of protection from arrest. Now, there's a couple key parts of this. The first is for the purpose of protection from arrest. What was put in evidence but nobody brought up particularly well was that Ms. J made a 911 call from her traceable cell phone, which indicated that a mayoral candidate was being held at the bank. The reason for reporting yourself at a bank for hostage taking would be for that very reason of protection from arrest when the silent alarms go off. Then we get into involved in the false imprisonment. You will notice that hostage taking has nothing to do with removing an individual from a place
They're getting into the courthouse.
and transporting them. While the defense does claim that the individual at hand was willingly transported, the act of holding a gun on the individual and marking said individual
I
as
don't got no gun.
a hostage
What the fuck?
makes it a hostage taking. Now, whether that individual is sick in the head and, quote, agreed to it, that's a different story. But the charge stays the same. Additionally, in the body cam footage from Air 1, it is clear that it is in fact Ms. J holding the weapon to Ms. Ball's head, and also Ms. J, who identified herself through her phone line to police involved in the taking of this mayoral candidate. As such, for the charge of hostage taking, I do find Ms. J guilty. Now we get into the big one, armed bank robbery. Armed bank robbery is a very specific charge. There's 3 things that must be involved. 1, a robbery. 2, a bank. 3, arms, preferably holding a weapon, which would make it armed. So, with armed bank robbery, the definition in the penal code is as follows: to take property or an item of value from the care, custody, control, management, or possession of a bank whilst armed. Now, what you'll notice is, while it's not particularly applicable to this case, I feel that it's important to mention, even if you have a class 1 in your possession and you do not use the gun in the use of the robbery, it is still armed bank robbery. And it is undeniable that Ms. J was at a bank with a gun. However, we now get to the third part, which is robbery. Did Ms. J, with beyond a reasonable doubt, take property or an item of value from the care, custody, control, management, or possession of the bank? This is unable to be substantiated. The witness involved said that she heard shots from behind her, but did not witness or hear any sort of corroborating evidence regarding the specific taking of property or an item of value. So, for armed bank robbery for Ms. J, we're going to get rid of the guy doing that. That's the second time I've heard him. I don't know why he's still here. So, anyway.
I hate it.
For the charge of armed bank robbery, I do find Ava J not guilty. To make it clear, this is Ava J being held guilty and liable for criminal possession of a weapon class 1 and hostage taking, both in one count. Ms. J, I will get to sentencing later. You can have a seat. Mr. J, if you would approach. You, Mr. J, appear to be the aggressor. You are standing trial on attempted murder of a government official ×2, hostage taking ×1, armed bank robbery ×1, and possession of a Class 1. Now, due to the evidence submitted, not the picture, but the evidence itself, your fingerprints are on a weapon, which puts you in possession of this Class 1. Therefore, you are guilty for criminal possession of a Class 1.
Well, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, Axel.
Now, hostage taking. This is one in which you are a little more insulated from. There has not been specific evidence shown to me that involves you directly holding Ms. Ball hostage. However, you were certainly there, and you certainly benefited from the action.
Is this the same one
However,
as yesterday?
Scene to begin
in
with,
our
though.
current penal code, there are 2 charges for offenses against persons related to hostage taking. There is hostage taking itself involved in the false imprisonment of a civilian for the purpose of protection from arrest, and accessory after the fact to the crime of hostage taking. Now, the way that hostage taking itself is written, involved in, is very vague. So while I would prefer to charge you with accomplice
Smart. What are you doing?
to hostage taking,
You don't give a fuck? You don't give a fuck?
No, I don't. That gun does not scare me.
Pig. Escort him out.
Exactly.
what in the hell?
How did he even get in?
He claimed his battle pass gun.
What in the
Don't give a
hell?
fuck, bro.
Send him up.
Wait for sentencing. Wait for sentencing.
Okay, anyway, I'm gonna move
Yeah.
on from that. God, it really brings out the best. And
Your
all
Honor,
my
please don't make
shit
me
didn't
defend
save.
him.
I'm gonna lose it. Okay.
Open the door.
See, now every outburst, it takes longer. Do you guys see what the issue is? Okay, Ava, you are hostage taking, guilty. Criminal possession of a Class 1, guilty. Okay, Mr. J, here we are. Now, what I would like to, speaking of Blue Ball, and thus the providing the hostage
Ball
in the
does
bank,
suck.
even if Blue Ball is a twisted individual who believes that that is a fun Saturday night or whatever night it was, due to how the penal code is written, you, sir, were definitely involved by your counsel's own admission. So, while your defense could have certainly probably done the affirmative defense in claiming that your cat wife was the aggressor with the hostage taking, they did not do that. As such, I do find Craig J., you are guilty of hostage taking, as you certainly were involved in the false imprisonment of a civilian. 4, attempted murder of government officials ×2. Your defense posits that the attempted murder of a government official ×2 really shouldn't be used because, quote, they deserved it. That's not really the quote, but that's kind of what I got from that, in that the individual was, quote, egging on you, Mr. J, and thus you, I guess the argument is you snapped and shot 2 government officials,
Bro,
and therefore
how does this
are
man keep
not
breaking in?
guilty somehow of that fact. However, based on the admission itself, regardless of whether the officer involved should be disciplined, punished, or held even civilly liable, perhaps criminally, you most certainly did attempt to murder 2 government officials. As such, you will be found guilty for those 2 charges.
Oh, hell no.
And now we are to armed bank robbery. Based on the officer who, again, admittedly, quote, egged you on, Mr. J, you are lucky in that that officer is not very good at documentation. The onus fell completely onto Miss Rogers to not only prosecute the case, which takes a lot, which I understand, but also to somehow stand up here and defend the fact that her officer, not hers, but her fellow officer, did not have body cam nor the proper documentation to show where these things came from. So it's your lucky day, Mr. J. I don't find any current evidence based entirely on, is it Trooper Timmy Turner? Oh wait, troopers aren't a thing anymore. Is he under LSPD now?
LSPD, yes, ma'am.
LSPD Timmy Turner. Timmy Turner,
Tim.
LSPD, despite egging on
L. Timmy.
Mr. J and, according to the defense, causing Mr. J to murder or attempt to murder him and another officer, he did do defense a solid and did not properly do his job. As such, you will be
Shit, they
found
getting
not
off?
guilty for armed bank robbery.
Oh my god.
Yay. So he got there. He's getting charged with attempted murder times
So now,
2,
if
but
you
no
two
bank
want to
robbery.
come up and stand together as husband and cat wife in front of me, we will
Do I
go
have
through the
Cat
things.
wife?
She just does not like the
Yes,
idea of the cat
are you
shit.
guys
She
on
just
and off
keeps bringing
again
it up.
Fucking
now?
move over, Craig.
You guys mad at each other still?
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, you should see the ticket. It's we're on, we're off. We're on, we're off. Okay. I can't keep track, but now that I know she's a cat, it all makes
Honestly,
sense.
I can't keep track either, Your Honor.
Nobody cares.
Shut up, Duck.
Very clearly somebody cares because this it's my job because I got to deal with it. Okay, so we are now going to look at sentencing for both of you. Sorry, it takes me a second to input all of this information.
Hungry, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna do Miss J first. Sorry, Mrs. Mars.
Unfortunately.
Meowers. J. Okay. The female feline J. Just to recap, you are guilty of criminal possession of a weapon class 1 and hostage taking. Now, Ms. Rogers, did these individuals pay bail?
No, ma'am, they did not.
Interesting. Okay. Well, number one, because they are being sentenced, both of their ankle monitors should be off, if they aren't already. Secondly, because you weren't charged bail, there's no sort of bail already paid to take off some of your fines. So, Ms. J, I do find you guilty of these things, and because you seem to be a very confused individual, I kind of feel sorry for you.
That's kind of messed up.
In the fact that the hostage, quote, had fun.
That was great.
She did have fun.
And that's a different issue. I I'm going to go ahead and do you a solid. The recommended is 35 months, $25,000. You are going to have to pay more of a fine for court fees. That is going to be $45,000 total of your fine. But your months, I'm going to knock down to a cool 20 months.
What the?
Ms. J, I would highly, highly recommend that you either figure out what the hell is going on between you two, or you just run for the hills, period.
What the
I've been considering that, honestly.
It is the opinion of the court that based on the evidence, you did not fire your weapon. You did not engage, especially if the witness is willing to say that she had, quote, fun. You did not show in this case that you are a violent individual. However, the man standing next to you, of which their last name you share, certainly has.
How could you, Craig?
I don't know if there's an abuse
I did
situation
nothing
going
wrong.
on. I don't
Oh,
know what's
hell no.
going on in the background.
No interruptions.
Ms. J,
Ooh, fat ass.
this is your one warning. You
Put him out.
need to get away
Good job.
from the situation you're in, young lady. If I see you again or another incident in which the same thing happens,
From the window to
you
the
will
wall.
not get this second
Silence.
opportunity.
Sweat drips down my balls.
Understood, Your Honor.
Escort him out.
To be clear, that was you, Meow? That wasn't someone else?
that one was me. Yeah.
Okay,
You
all
can't
right. Also,
the
put
guy
your
sitting
finger
down
down.
right
You're
here.
making me nervous.
Yes, out.
I don't know what your fingers
You
are
can't get
doing,
him
but
out though unless
they're
we tase him.
freaking me out. Cats don't have
No.
fingers.
Miss,
I'm
can
just
you
very
move?
confused. Okay, so Ms.
You
Miss.
J,
can't escort
again,
him
that
out.
is
He's the court reporter.
$45,000 fine
Miss, can
payable
you
to
move?
DOJ,
He's the
and
court
that is
reporter.
20
Miss, I'm gonna ask you one
months
more time. You can move. I'm gonna
period
escort you
for
out.
those crimes.
You move.
He is the court
Uh,
reporter.
Now, Mr. J,
Yes, miss.
you
him out.
are the aggressor.
Actually,
Related,
not.
Yeah.
you,
How's
as
it?
seen by the evidence,
How's it?
He wants you
are the one who
can't go
discharged
anywhere,
your
though.
weapon several
He
times
literally
in
can't
the
go
bank
anywhere right now.
prior
has
to
to.
shooting at police officers based on the witness testimony.
Open the
Reporter will not be
door.
in the audience.
Frankly,
All right, listen up.
the government officials
Hey,
that were killed in that bank didn't get justice today.
All right, be a good boy, okay?
There were guards.
Be a good boy.
There was people
It's okay.
whose lives mattered
They had
to someone.
families.
Sir, did I ask? Anyway,
Shut up.
their lives mattered. And as a former trooper clearly showed in front of this court, the careless nature of taking lives
Find
is
out who's
not
knocking.
going to be looked with favor.
Open the door.
Your recommended sentence and fine, your fine is recommended as $175,000,
What the fuck?
and your recommended sentence is 165 months.
Oh, hell no. What
No
the fuck?
outbursts.
However, as we've seen, I don't believe that this accurately represents what happened on that day. And based on your history, I believe this is a pattern. I don't know if it's a Bonnie and Clyde situation. I don't know if she's really pulling your strings in the background or whatever y'all freaks do. But whatever happened,
That's exactly how it was,
Unfortunately
wild.
for you, Mr. J,
And make sure you're right fixing capital letters.
you were the one who chose to do what you did. And she got
She
off
is a cat
basically
after all.
scot-free. So maybe, Mr. J, this is your opportunity here. That if it's her, if you really believe, maybe you should leave her. I think either way, you two together is very dangerous for the public.
Hell nah.
So as such, you will be sentenced and please no outbursts in the courtroom. You will be expected to pay $175,000 of fine.
Bro, what the
And you
fuck?
will be sentenced to 170 months in a state penitentiary.
That's crazy, bro.
Damn.
I hope,
No
Mr. J,
outbursts.
Locked up.
that you take that time to seriously consider what your life is. You've married a cat person.
Meow.
You've committed some heinous crimes in the past.
I'm about to herp this police officer.
If I see you again,
What?
you can bet that even that was your warning. I don't take kindly to these types of crimes, Mr. J.
How do you get back in here?
That is my ruling. Court is adjourned.
You shot
Oh,
me
hell no,
outside.
bro.
In an
Police,
orderly
please
gonna
go
peg
ahead
you
and
in
place them
prison,
in
man.
cuffs.
Hell no.
Take them to be processed in the cell
The
room.
audience needs to be escorted out.
Okay,
Now.
bro, just cook me up, bro.
Everybody needs to leave.
Nah, you're
Come
good, bro.
on,
You're good.
come on, Slim.
Excuse me,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry
No.
if I tried.
Let's go.
That's okay. That's all right.
Jeez.
Come on, guys.